My name is Ashley Wendell, and I am currently the chair of the Northwest Civil War Council. We are a 501(c), and we specialize in living history events. We're a multifaceted organization comprised of multiple smaller units that are all under one parent organization known as the Northwest Civil War Council. As far as why I reenact, it's changed over the years. I started 17 years ago with my family, being the oldest of 4 kids. And we all went into different things. My mom and daughter loved the dresses, and so they learned civilian roles. My one brother loved to fife, and so he went after music. And my dad and my other brother, myself, we actually joined the military.
I might have to come down and see that.
Okay. It's interesting that I chose to join the military, especially now that I'm wearing a nurse's uniform instead. But my persona then was one of the estimated 600 women that disguised themselves as soldiers and went to fight. It's a smaller piece of history that their story just isn't told. And so because I do love history and I love teaching, I want to tell their story. Moving forward to now, though, back then I was learning history as much for myself as I was for the public I was sharing it with. And now I am once again learning a new role to share a different aspect with the public to keep special presentations alive and well within the club as people need to move on with their life. So as roles change just in life and history changes with our perspective, we are here to present the most accurate presentation that we can based on studying the original records that we have obtained through diaries, hospital records, general orders, maps, communication, and everything else, and we are doing our best to preserve it and teach it to the younger generation. I think my greatest reward now is talking to someone and watching them smile or say wow, or that child going, oh, that is so cool, when you share a fact or show them a demonstration on a certain topic that is in their line of interest, and just they latch onto it and remember it. And I've done a few school demos, now 2 on the side, B-sides outside of this. And I've learned that a lot of schools have started teaching history every other year, so the kids aren't getting the frequency and exposure to American history like they used to. And when it is being taught, it's not as taught as broadly. It's usually a condensed version. So by hosting these events, which is why I became the chair to keep this 501(c) running, is so that we can reach out to those kids, we can inspire them with American history, and we can continue to evoke that passion for what made America American, and to pass it on to the next generation so we do not repeat it.
Okay. One of the things that I have heard people bring up outside of the organization is that we are they think somehow we are biased because we have a Confederate Army. And I do tell them, there were 2. There was the Union and there was the Confederacy. It wasn't just one.
Well, you can't have a one-sided war. It doesn't work.
No.
I have that a lot. I have people ask if we're biased, and I have people ask if it's keeping racism alive, and my answer is this. The American Civil War went to 1861 to 1865. This organization focuses on 1863 for the most part, which is the middle of the war. And because of that, we look at the full broad spectrum of the politics, and we acknowledge the feelings of the characters and players back then. And we study them to portray them for the people now. That does not mean we are what they were then. It means that we've learned from what they experienced and what happened during the war, so we hopefully don't repeat it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.